Hello, welcome to the mini story lesson for the conversation titled Earthquakes. Let's get started with the story. Luke lives in San Francisco. Luke can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Luke told his friend George. George thought this seemed far-fetched. Okay, so that's our story. Now I will start at the beginning of the story, and as I read the story, I will ask questions. And as always, please answer the questions out loud. If you need a little more time, then you can pause your iPod or your MP3 player and take as much time as you need to answer the question. So here we go. Luke lives in San Francisco. Does Luke live in San Francisco? Yes, he does. Luke lives in San Francisco. Who lives in San Francisco? Luke. Luke lives in San Francisco. Does Larry or Luke live in San Francisco? Luke does. Luke lives in San Francisco. Does Larry live in San Francisco? No, Larry doesn't live in San Francisco. Where does Luke live? San Francisco. Luke can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Can Luke eat 50 eggs in 1 hour? Yes, he can. I mean, that sounds like a lot of eggs, but he can do it. He can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. What can Luke do? Well, he can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Luke told his friend George. Did Luke tell his friend George? He certainly did. Luke told his friend George. What did Luke do? That's right, he told his friend George. Did Luke eat some eggs or tell his friend George? He told his friend George. Who told his friend George? Did Luke's brother Stanley tell George? No, it wasn't Stanley. Let's start by telling the story as if it is happening right now, or as we say, in the present. Okay. Luke lives in San Francisco. Luke can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Next, let's hear the story as if it happened 7 months ago. 7 months ago, Luke lived in San Francisco. Luke could eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Luke told his friend George. Now let's tell the story as if it is happening in the future. So we think of the story happening, say, 4 years from now. Okay, here we go. In 4 years, Luke's going to be living in San Francisco. Luke will be able to eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. Luke's going to tell his friend George. All right, now let's hear the story from Luke's point of view. So this is the story that's going to be told by Luke. Okay, here we go. I used to live in San Francisco. I could eat 50 eggs in 1 hour. I told my friend George.
Who have died 2 times, and am still alive. I have never told this story. I know the human mind will not believe what it cannot understand. I cannot explain what happened to me. I can only tell of the 10 years my dead body lay undiscovered in an Arizona cave. My name is John Carter. I am from the state of Virginia. At the close of the Civil War, I found myself without a home, without money, and without work.
Time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning, Travel Link. How can I help you?
Good morning. I live in Bayswater and I'd like to get to Harbour City tomorrow before 11 a.m.
Well, to get to Bayswater...
No, I live in Bayswater. My destination is Harbour City, really. Whichever option is faster, I suppose.
Well, if you catch a railway express, that'll get you there in... Hang on a minute while I look into that. That you have 2 options would be to take...